Yo, what up? What's poppin'? So a lot of people asking me, yo, what's up? Your first time at Rikers Island, would you like shook? Was you scared at Rikers Island Correctional Facility? Your first time there. I had to keep it 100. You know, I wasn't, to be real, because in my head, I already had a picture of what it was gonna be like for me. Like people already had told me, like, yo, it's gonna be like this. You just have to be on point. When I first got there, my first time, as I started walking the corridor, which is the hallway, I seen one CO like by one corner, one at the other end, and I seen dukes, like people didn't care. Like the inmates were still like slashing each other in the hallways as they walked by each other, like house on house, like popping off, boom, boom. And I seen this one dark-skinned black brother, and I remember like if it was yesterday, I seen his teeth right through his side of his cheeks, like through his face. It was a slash, boom, but it was so big that it was like an extra smile. And I heard that term before, like I'm gonna put an extra smile on your face. I'm gonna give you a Kool-Aid smile. And I said, that's what they meant. For me, instead of making me scared and making me shook, it made me cold. It made me aware. Most importantly, it made me do a whole lot of thinking in my cell, on my bed, 24/7, thinking like, yo, you need to get with the program, like real fast, or you about to become food, like ASAP. So it made me cold. And I said, okay, that's what we doing. We cutting each other. Okay, that's what we doing. We fighting each other. I knew right away I needed to get rolling, like the ball rolling, like who you rolling with, homie? You with the peoples or you with the peoples? And there was only two ways you could go. If you were Spanish or Hispanic, Latino, whatever you label yourself, you had to make a choice. It was either you was gonna stay neutral and just rap hard body, or you was gonna get down with the movement. On my behalf, what happened with me was that I was approached on several occasions like, yo, this is what we doing. I was there in the era where Supra was running around the buildings. Dominican, Latin King Supra. I chose to make the decision of rolling with the almighty Latin King and Queen Nation. Facts. No regrets. Gang, gang. But today, I don't glorify it. I don't talk about too much of the past experiences with that because we don't touch on them subjects. A lot of people like, why you never talk about that, blah, blah. If you already know what it is, when you say less, you mean more. That will forever be in my heart. And if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. All that was needed. Facts. So with that being said, for me, I was the type of dude that everyone got along with though. I was different. I mean, There was a lot of dudes like me, but like different cliques and different gangs, they effed with war. Like son, a good dude, so that helped me make it along the way. And in fact, even save a few lives. You know, a lot of people's lives be saved, and they don't even know that their lives be saved. Whether you up north, whether you on the island, or what have you, because you'll be like, nah, that's my little man, or that's my friend, or however you approach the situation. When I think back to the first time I entered the island, and I don't know if it was like, let me make this clear, like I don't know if it was like my very, very first time, but no, I think like about the second time I got there, it was like the time I started like really getting approached hard about like what people call the gang life, right? What people consider a gang, if I'm not mistaken. It was still early 90s. It was still early 90s. I was in Marfall Lower. Ro was there. Shout out to Ro. I just seen him not too long ago in the Bronx. Everybody know who Ro is. Bad boy Ro. Uh, he was with me in Marfall Lower. Facts. And that's the first time I started like really, well, I never really seen no other inmate do that ever. But like this one inmate, Supra, he had like a easy pass, like to go from building to building. Like he could have went to any building he wanted to go to. Like take me to C-74. I need to holler at people over there. Take me to 76. Like any building he wanted to go to, the administration would take him to it in hopes that he would keep peace among the inmates and among the jail. And sure, he kept peace, because he told people, like, yo, chill, don't do this, y'all gonna mess this up for us, what have you, right? But all along, at the same token, we was building a foundation, if I must say, like some sort of structure, like, I don't know if I'm wording it right. Yeah, you can say that. Like, I was already like a dumb out, like, boom, like off impulse. So I didn't really need no help with that. Because I knew real quick that when I got to the island that you have to act this way. If you don't act ignorant, dumb, like you don't have no sense, because in reality that's the way you acting. Because your moms didn't really raise none of us to act that way, more or less to inflict harm or pain upon another human being. Then you was gonna be looked at as weak. So I became like sort of like a crazy little bully, bro. So much that as the years went by and I started getting older, I started feeling sorry or bad. I don't know, for other people or for myself, for like the things that I have done to people on the island, in the streets, everywhere, for no apparent reason, just to gain a rep. Like, yo, that dude didn't even do nothing to you. It's just one of them things like you're in the bullpens, everything is quiet, come back from court, what up, walk in, boop, bop, beep, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, oh, snap, see, yo. And it just takes off. That's just the way it was. 1 second. That's just the way it was, bro. Point blank. So you won't even. A lot of people be like, "Holy snap! What just happened, son?" It got lit. For what reason? No other reason, bro. You already know it was like a fight for power, a struggle. Who's gonna run the jail? Whose jail is this? In reality, it didn't belong to not one of us, to nobody. Was DDP big back then? I don't want to, I don't really get into other gangs. I don't even get into no gangs over here. I just decided to talk about that because somebody asked me. But nah, there was no DDP there when I was there in the beginning. Somebody was right because they asked me that I said in the 90s. No, I did. And I was talking about DDP in general in Sunset Park in the street. DDP didn't come up to after. From what I remember, the first gang, or what people call gang, that I ever seen on Rikers Island, that formed up with beads and bandanas and started the gang wave and the gang culture, was the Latin Kings. That's a fact. And it has nothing to do with that's why I was, or that's what I was doing, or what have you. It's just a fact. It could have been a Mexican gang, and I would have gave them their props. I'm only going to speak the truth. After that, everybody started wearing beads, bandanas, and everybody wanted to join a gang, and it became cool. People wanted to emulate or imitate what we already had started. Facts. People wanted the same unity, the same power, the same strength that the almighty Latin King and Queen Nation had established on Rikers Island. The only reason I've talked about this is because someone asked me, and this is like super public information, bro. I'm not saying nothing that no one doesn't know already. So when asked what was the first gangs that I ever seen on Rikers Island, rocking bandanas and bees and all that started that whole wave, it would be Kings and Nietas. Because the Nietas then started rocking beads. Bloods, of course, started rocking beads, but there was no Bloods in the beginning. There was no Bloods like, oh, period. It was King first, then Blood on Rikers Island. It was making the family bigger little by little, right in cops' eyes. There was, not, of course, facts. Supra played a super big and important role in expanding the nation in those years. Big ups to Supra. He did the right thing. Facts. It was super needed. Still needed to today. Stand up. Facts. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to drop them little jewels on you, being that it was asked so much in the comment section. And on what's the first thing that I saw when I got there and what it was like for me. You already know, LocKout gang, I love y'all. LocKout fam, I love y'all. This is on the LocKout. We got a lot more content coming. I just been dropping these little lives like this here and there, so you guys can know that I'm in tune and we coming back with back-to-back content. Right now, what happened was that, again, the devil is big and something else happened with my computer, so I got to get that fixed. Whatever. And we're working on a few things on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. I'm dropping a new episode by tomorrow, 6 a.m. in the morning. It should be up. Boom. Check it out. And these little lives I've been doing here and there is just to stay in touch with the people and let y'all know that we coming and dropping a whole a lot of more content. And just to let y'all know we alive, you heard? My voice is gone, but I'm still trying to reach out to the people. The computer's messed up, but I gotta practice what I preach, and I took it back to the phone. I'm doing this right off my phone with earphones and the earphones with a mic connected right into the phone, bloop, and my voice gone. Hopefully it'll get better. That's it. So the first time in Rikers Island, or like, yeah, from the gate that I went to Rikers, I seen Duke open, teeth, side of his teeth, clearly. And it's so crazy because you would think that a person is leaking like major blood like that when that wound is that open. I don't recall seeing that much blood. I think after a while it turns like into a liquid, like a white liquid, and like some people consider that to also be a type of blood. I don't know, but it was crazy, bro. I remember walking the hallways and seeing dudes like dead eye, shoe shine, and them walking through cuffed up, and I'm like, holy snap. And for some reason, I wanted to be that. And I put that in my head so much that I became that. And it was crazy. And then I told myself, I don't want to be coming to this Rikers Island when I'm 20 years old. I hit 20 years old, I was still on the island. I said, I don't want to be 26, 27 and still coming to this island. I was 26, 27 and still going to the island. I said, I don't want to be in my 30s and still coming to this Rikers Island. I hit my 30s and I was still on Rikers Island. I said, I don't want to be 40, 47 and still coming to Rikers Island and being on Rikers Island. I hit my 40s and I was still on Rikers Island. You see me? I got comfortable with being on Rikers Island. As sad as it may be, Rikers Island Correctional Facility had become a very big part of my life. It had become my home. Sad. Today I look back at all the years wasted and where I could have been in life if I never would have wound up getting locked up and sent to Rikers Island. Stay away from Rikers Island. It's the only place that is not for no one, but accepts everyone anytime. If you ever homeless or need a place to stay, you best believe Rikers Island will always have a bed available for you.